situation of serious people.
You know, Zolf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you?
Doesn't look like to be much of a fight. I mean, they just gave me the one-shot weapon, basically.
Zolf and the Ura. All they want now is to see the Bastion fall. Zolf dedicated his life to a lasting peace between the Ura and Caelondia.
You can't see it, but there is no, like, dodge roll mechanic.
He can't have imagined the city would try to wipe the Ura out. Zolf ain't lost every shred of decency though, has he?
Oh, that still doesn't do anything.
He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kid.
What do you mean he tried to warn me? Out of here.
For Zolf, this ain't a personal matter.
Sounds pretty freaking personal. Isn't that what that third dream sequence was about? Now this is a personal matter?
It ain't a simple matter of pride either.
See ya, bitch. Give me the one-shot mechanic, man.
One thing's for sure. The Ura can't be happy that the kid followed Zolf all the way home.
Probably not. What the heck? Oh, they just killed him? Ha! Choose. Move on. Abandon Zolf's body and press forward with the battering ram. Zolf's situation is hopeless and a distraction. His plan to avenge the Earl only brought more suffering. All that matters is the safe return of the shard. Take Zolf, abandoning the battering ram and pick up Zolf's body instead. Zolf is badly injured but breathing. It appears his countrymen turned on him as their situation grew desperate. He nearly destroyed the Bastion and yet. This image right here makes me think I've been playing this whole game with the frickin' keyboard and mouse when I could have been playing with a controller. Yeah, this guy's just a dick overall. So we're moving on.
Kid saves Zolf once, but I don't think he'd make the same mistake. I wouldn't.
This way, no. What is that way? I just had to wait 9 years. I think I moved too.
Don't you worry though. Once the Bastion's restored, it'll all be alright. You ain't still thinking about that whole leaving the city thing, are you?
Thinking about something, baby. It's called the one-shot mechanic. I don't even have a health bar right now. They can't hit me. Oh my god. What the heck? Oh my god. There you are, big boy. Song is so good. What the heck? Ta-da! Oh, don't mind me. I'm just in permablock. Imagine what happens if you take Zolf's body.
Kid's probably dealt with Zolf by now. He reminds me of myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days?
The fate of the Bastion out of his hands, Rux passes the time by telling Zia stories. Bastion.
Hey, kid. Get up, kid. Come on, that ain't funny. I say get up. That's more like it.
Oh, he's still drunk.
Now, set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk. The Bastion. It's finally finished.
Jeez.
Now, there's something I want you to see.
In the calamity, the Tassel tunnels were ripped out from the underground and cast toward the stars.
Welcome to the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions. Hey, kid.
Ask about the Bastion's restorative power. Ask about the Bastion's evacuation mode. Tell Rux what happened to Zolf. Offer the Marshal's badge. Talk about what it took to get to this point.
Don't let anything you've done get to you. You can save all those creatures here and now. Zolf only brought more ruin to the Ura. No wonder they didn't take kindly to him. You've got one thing left to do, so you hang on to that badge. Besides, you earned it.
I don't know why that was ever... The Marshal's badge doesn't mean anything to
You
Rux.
can undo the calamity here and now. Go on, kid. And before I forget, thank you. Always wondered what the motherland was like. Not that it matters anymore.
You made it.
Oh, well.
Any moment I'd want to live again happened after the calamity, not before. When I finally found my people, I told them we could help. They just took me for a traitor. Glad you showed up. Zolf tried to talk me into joining him. I tried to talk him out of it. I guess we both failed. If I could be any place I wanted, I'd stay right here. We could go anywhere in the world.
What?
So, let's see. You can either prevent the calamity, or stick around with me and Rux. I'd hate to be in your shoes.
Initiate the Bastion's restoration protocol. Caution: this process will restore to a previous world state and is irreversible. Only uses direct evacuation. Initiate the Bastion's evacuation protocol. This process will cause irreparable damage to the core receptacles. Disabling the restoration protocol. So this is like the hero mode option where you're like, wait, it saves all these people and everybody blah 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 blah. But it's technically backwards time travel. And there's the interesting theory on backwards time travel is that say we go back in time. Well, not that. Alright, so say we reverse it to a previous state. Say you, as you are now, go back to 6 years old so that you can, try to change all the awkward moments in your life and you don't say stupid shit in class and you talk to the pretty girls or whatever, the pretty dudes, or however you want to see it. If you think about it, if you went back to a previous point in your life with the information you had back then, you would technically make all the same decisions you made to get up to the point where you went back in time, and it just creates a loop and shit. It's gross. So technically that's what could happen, and we more or less just get stuck in a loop. I don't know. An evacuation is progress, but it's kind of like shitty and selfish. Let's do it. Evacuation, baby.
Oh, mother. And here I figured you'd had enough of me by now. You could have undone the calamity itself, but instead you want to stay in a world like this. I gotta admit, kid, I ain't yet put much thought in that idea. But carrying on with you here, we can't go back no more. But I suppose we could go wherever we please. And if anyone's left out there, I sure would like to see the look in their faces when we dock this thing right on their doorstep. Getting ahead of myself, though. I'm gonna need a first mate. What do you say?
I think it would have been really cool if they came out with 2 more Bastion sequels, and they were both continuations of the storyline off of that decision. So, say you did what I didn't do, and you did restore the world to a previous state. And then they make a sequel based on that decision where you go off and try to prevent the calamity from happening. That'd be really interesting and pretty cool. And then the other sequel is the one I did do, where you leave the world in a broken down state, and it's the adventure after that. But it's a continuation of the story, which would be cool. So it'd be like a prequel and a sequel at this, like, but in 2 different timelines. I think that'd be so cool. I mean that's true and untrue depending on how they do the story, but I guess it's not true because it would technically be a prequel because it doesn't follow the story. It wouldn't follow the events that happen up to the point where the calamity happens technically, or up to the, which is where Bastion 1 starts, or the Bastion starts. The other argument to make with going in the evacuation mode is that if you go back, say you're the only one that has that has memories or whatever, or you don't agree with the argument I said previously, and you think that you do have memories of what happened. Well, if you're the one that has the memories, and the problem was the kid was never in a place to really stop the calamity from happening. It was pretty much all like Rux, Zia's dad, who not even really Rux. It was more or less just Zia's dad who found everything and kind of was forced to pull the trigger with the Mancers. So you kind of wind up in the same spot anyway. The other thing is, though, it's a process of evolution, even though it's like a really shitty one that results in basically just genocide and destruction. If you say you do reverse the calamity, and then you end up preventing it, and it never happens, you're left in a world that is destroying itself politically. I mean, the two factions, the Ura and whatever I guess the humans, whatever they are. I mean, it's made clear they don't like each other whatsoever. I mean, they've had wars before and they're in a time of peace now, but who's to say another war isn't to break out? And you kind of leave yourself at a disadvantage, like a dark age of reality, or the reality's dark ages of the game, and you end up taking a step backwards before real progress can get made, and you can't really forge ahead, and you can't, improve on everything. I mean, the counter argument to that is, well, all the people, like, you just take a huge population dip, which means you lose a lot of advancement that way, and you do set back the progress in that manner too when you take a population dip like that. If you've ever seen my goddamn Banished series, that game triggers me. But you'll see what I'm talking about. You lose population and you wind up getting set back. That's what happens. But the thing is, just like in Banished, we have the foundation to improve and we have the knowledge to improve. Where if I just restart a Banished save, or we just restart the world, you do not have a foundation to improve on. You have to completely go back down and destroy yourself and work from the way up, because obviously the foundation they were built on wasn't working. That's the way I see it. I'm a big proponent of forging ahead in the first place. So, I mean, that kind of buzzworded me into kind of picking. I mean, I so badly wanted to save all those people and be the hero of traits, the good morals in me wanted to just be like, hey, do that. You save everybody. It's a good thing. But I think this is, in the long run, it's better. It's not a true, and it's definitely not the superhero version. It's definitely a super villain version. Like, let's just say Superman would have picked the other one and Lex Luthor would have picked this one.